Klingon beer, printed boats, and Microsoft gives away MS-DOS. I'm John P., and it's all right here on Geek Beat. This episode of Geek Beat is brought to you by QNAP, network storage made awesome. I used to really dig the DJI Phantom quadcopter, but not anymore.
Because you broke it.
Now I've got my eyes set on the Layman Aviation's LA-100 drone. It's a completely automated GoPro-toting airplane you can program with a Windows phone or tablet. The LA-100 is designed to operate in diverse climates ranging from negative 13 degrees to 140 degrees. That's Fahrenheit, people. I don't know Celsius. And in humid or dry air, plus winds up to about 20 miles an hour. It can also go up to 50 miles an hour. Probably not just in a nosedive either, Dave. So it'll fly circles around a DJI copter. And I mean, you can literally just select a route and toss it in the air. Then sit back and grab a beer as it carts around, either facing forward or downward with the GoPros, or both at the same time. Now that's something I'd like to see. On the complete opposite end of the spectrum, here is something I never want to see again in my life. Of course, it's a robot. So the next time Callie starts telling you about her precious little robots, I want you to just imagine this creepy serial killer hunting you down in a dark alley.
My mother is dead. My father is dead. I'm gay. I'd like to be a poet. This is my house.
The robot by artist Jordan Wolfson is currently being exhibited at David Zwirner's gallery in New York. It incorporates facial recognition, allowing her to focus on and unnervingly follow visitors at the exhibition. Creepy.
When you look at yourself, you're ugly. When you touch yourself, you're hot.
On an awesome note, yesterday Microsoft announced they're open sourcing the original MS-DOS code, along with the original Word document processing code. Roy Levin announced that Microsoft was working with the Computer History Museum to release the code, and he said this: as part of this ongoing project, the museum will make available two of the most widely used software programs of the 1980s, MS-DOS 1.1 and 2.0, and Microsoft Word for Windows 1.1a, to help future generations of technologists better understand the roots of personal computing. Very cool. Seriously classy move, and I applaud Microsoft wholeheartedly for sharing the code with the world. I wonder how the Computer History Museum will actually store the code. And for that matter, all the other data they have in the museum. I'm thinking they need a really big QNAP. Maybe something like the TS870 Plus NAS, which you could stuff 8 5-terabyte drives in for 40 terabytes of capacity. Considering that the original MS-DOS source code was only about 300 kilobytes, you could fit like 1 jillion programs on a QNAP. And when you're done coding, you could always run some Plex and serve up some entertainment anywhere in the world over your broadband connection, and definitely use the HDMI port to stream HD straight to your giant TV in the media room. Oh, and just to make it easier on you, check out the Geek Beat series on how to make the most of your QNAP at geekbeat.tv/QNAP tutorials. Now, head on over to QNAP and get you one.
Perhaps today is a good day to die.
For you beer-drinking Trekkies, the long wait.
Holly? Is that Holly?
That's Holly.
That's Holly.
The long wait
Suck
to
it up
get
now.
your hands on Klingon Warnog is over. Federation of Beer, the same folks who brought you the runaway smash hit Vulcan Ale, have just announced they're brewing up some real beer with an attitude called Klingon Warnog, the first US-targeted Star Trek brew. You know, because us Americans are a bunch of animals, like Klingons.
Warriors drink.
Here's something you don't see every day. Jim Smith of Grassroots Engineering designed and built his own 28-section kayak. Looks like a giant floating bag of Skittles. And it was bolted together to create a 16.7-foot-long boat. The boat weighs about 65 pounds, which means Jim won't be winning any races with it, but he spent over 1,000 hours printing it. So with that kind of patience, I don't think he's exactly Ricky Bobby.
I want to go fast.
Still, the kayak floats, which is awesome, and it makes you wonder how long it will be before someone's got a printer big enough to do this whole thing in one pass with an even lighter and stronger material. 3D printing is getting very interesting, folks. Well, that's it for today's episode. I'm John P. Thumbs up on YouTube. I'll see you next time.